Welcome to Neighborhood Watch Pakistan. This is Jen Gibson coming to you from the United Nations headquarters in New York City, where the United Nations has recently given Pakistan clear direction in regards to improving their status and relationship with their neighbors. The guidelines include the following directions. First, they must make a more significant effort to forward the progression of their country in a timely manner. Specifically, they need to work to improve the poverty situation in their country that is affecting over a third of their population. They have also been advised to improve the rights of minorities, the Sikhs, Parsis, Buddhists, improve the treatment of women and consider them to be individuals and not property, conduct a census to better understand the needs of residents and a true count of those living in their country who are in need because they fall below the poverty level. Secondly, the UN proposed Pakistan work to improve the intense level of corruption within their political parties. Many of their politicians use their political standing for self-gain and gain for their family and friends. The exploitation of land and people needs to stop. The United Nations is advising that the wealthy need to help with improving the conditions of their country's water, sanitation, and education. The third suggestion is to give all local government real power and not to continue to be a puppet of those paying for things to go their way. The local government needs real power and real money to get things done without dishonesty and bribery. The fourth recommendation is the need to improve upon the abuse of the media by the military and those with money and power. The hope is that by stopping this corruption, there will be an opportunity for more honest information to be sent to Pakistanis and less of the rhetoric and lies that are currently receiving. The final direction given to Pakistan's government is to give young people a reason to stay in Pakistan. Many of the young people are leaving for better paying jobs and a better education elsewhere. The UN is advising Pakistan to come up with work programs, less expensive education, and better support for establishing themselves as adults in their native country. As Pakistan works to solve these issues, this should allow them to improve their relations with their neighbors by finding their own country in a more improved condition. Now over to Maddie, who's among the people of Pakistan on the Pakistan-Chinese border.
Yes, thanks, Jen. This is Maddie Burgoyne here in Pakistan along the Karakoram Highway, and which represents just one of the many project agreements China and Pakistan have created to help, as you mentioned, give people a reason to stay here, especially for jobs. So the China-Pakistan economic corridor is booming. As you can see here, the two countries have established a joint cooperation committee with working groups focused on four main areas: the Gwadar Port, transport infrastructure, energy, and industrial cooperation. This year alone, China pledged assistance and investments of $46 billion. The planned estimates turn out to generate nearly 17,000 megawatts of energy, which will not only allow for upgraded industrial parks in special economic zones, but encourage investment and boost local employment. Intriguingly enough, China is not only in it for the money, but also for their security. In reality, the primary obstacle to the CPEC's full implementation is security. Many Chinese construction personnel have already been attacked and kidnapped by the Pakistani Taliban on the northwest frontier. So Pakistan announced just last year the creation of 10,000 security personnel for just these workers. Many other insurgencies occurred at each project site, only straining Chinese-Pakistan relations more. If Pakistan is unable to provide the sufficient security or address the concerns of domestic opponents, projects will have trouble getting off the ground and eventually fail to deliver success. Now back to the United States with Tracy in Washington, D.C.
Thanks, Maddie. Stay safe out there. Yes, this is Tracy Liu here at the Pentagon reporting the most recent news on national security between Pakistan and India/Afghanistan. Pakistan's ISI, which stands for Inter-Service Intelligence, is the largest spy agency in the world with over 10,000 spies and was created in 1948. Their number one responsibility is to guard the nuclear bombs. India has a spy agency known as RAW, which stands for Research and Analyst Wing. They have about 8,000 agents as part of RAW. RAW and ISI had a good relationship in the beginning. However, on May 28, 2009, RAW tried to kill Hafiz Saeed by bombing the ISI building. After this, RAW and ISI don't really get along anymore. Afghanistan also has a spy agency known as the NDS, which is known as National Directive of Security. They were created in 2002. They have between 15,000 to 30,000 agents. All of these agencies are highly classified, and no one knows who works for whom. It seems to me that each of these agencies is in competition with each other. They all want to be the best at keeping their country safe.